Hi, my name is Mark. I'm a concept artist and illustrator working in the entertainment industry, and I'm trying to create a nightmare scene here. So first, I plugged in the silhouette of the monster what I'm trying to create, and I'm trying to establish the overall color scheme of the piece. So here I decided to show only part of the creature. So with creating only just one focal point, I have the opportunity to only suggest the rest of the creature, what could be even more frightening than showing the whole thing. So I imagined some sort of a scene where what is between dream and reality. So, like when we are waking up in the middle of the night and we see the blurry shadow of a curtain or something. So, and we can't really decide it's a creature or it's just a curtain. So when the mind is tricking us. So here I jumped in and I started to detail out the focal point a bit more, and then went back and adjusted the silhouette a bit, and after that here I changed the proportions with the Liquify tool slightly. So I wanted to create a creature what is somewhere between a zombie and some sort of a moving shadow kind of thing. And here I'm just roughly blocking in the background elements. So I wanted to show that it's in the room. And here you can see I just drew in all the lines to show that everything is pointing towards our main focal point. As you can see, I'm using a color contrast and also a detail contrast in the focal point. What means I'm adding more details in the focal point, and the rest of the image is really loose and rough. And in the color contrast, I mean the overall color scheme of the image wouldn't necessarily suggest the colors I'm using on the face. So I'm consciously using a color opposite the oranges, really saturated oranges and yellows on the face to make it pop more from the really desaturated bluish gray surroundings. And here I'm just jumping back and forth, trying to fix the various things and adding more and more details to the focal areas. I really like to finesse out the silhouettes more to make it more interesting, and I'm also trying to add more movement to the monster here. And I collected a bunch of textures just from the net, really disgusting skins and stuff like that. And basically, I just want to add an extra level of visual noise. So I'm just cropping out all these acnes and skin diseases, and just putting them on overlay layers and putting them on top of the creature. So it didn't really change much, but it really has that extra level of realism. And now I'm painting all these over a bit to unify the texture work with the painted areas. And I'm also painting on top with some texture brushes and adding specular highlights. And from this point, it's really just the final effects, just to make it look a bit more cinematic. So I duplicated the creature and added motion blur to the second layer and erased back the focal points and water closer to the camera to create a fade focal depth. And here I'm just adding flying smoke and dust particles in the air to suggest much more movement. And the last step is doing some color and contrast corrections, and it's pretty much ready. So, thank you for watching, and I'm glad to learn something.